right, looks like we got our audio back up.
Kind of.
Yeah, Corey Flores, keep your eye on him. Fun striking style, a good arsenal of kicks. Fight.
Please welcome Nate Harris in the corner.
Nathan Harris. You don't see this very often, Alex. Straight out of the locker room, ready to fight. No the shoes off, taped up. The only greased up, mouthpiece in. I love it whenever they come out of the locker room like that.
Yeah, and this is Harris. Fight. We finally saw him catch his first win because he fights his butt off, man. I know he followed my guys Jay their debuts. It was cool to see all his hard work pay off. We see our tail of the tape. Both guys higher end of the 20-year-old range. The appropriate weight, similar to well, lean for the weight class. I think one of the biggest differences here, Nate often looks to wrestle in his fights, so I'm sure he'll put the distance and really try to get this fight to the ground. We got him in the cage.
The following contest brought to you by Whiskey is 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Lightweight Division. Fighting out of the blue corner, this mixed martial arts 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighs at 154.4 pounds. Fighting out of Beaumont, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 2 wins, 2 losses. Here is Corey Flores. Across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet, weighed in at 155.4 pounds. 80 Texas. Today, he seeks his 2nd amateur win. Here is Nate the
And Harris is ending every combination left hook and landing for the most part.
With the chance he gets. That was a good right hand there from Harris.
Yeah, style is not going to give any space to throw those, those crazy kicks, and not really going to let him go. Going to close as he can.
I mean, you can tell Flores is just trying to find that range. Harris is making it very challenging.
You see now on top. Down. Couldn't grab the cage there. Look, but saw that earlier in the Hendrickson fight. Nice takedown here. They mount. Corey Flores in some first round to do some damage. Tried to use that cage. Nice combinations there.
Chop, chop, chop.
Nice first round from both fighters.
Round with his top control time amount, which we see him getting in the first 20 seconds. Kind of best case scenario for the grappler.
Yeah, he just needs to figure out what to do next. Throw a lot more punches from this position. He needs to open him up, get Corey to turn the way he wants. He'll turn away from whatever you need him to do, and then next decide.
Yeah, mount can be such a tricky in MMA because guys are just so.
You know, rather go to or even half guard from the top.
Great.
Yeah,
and then just kind of bang. Oh, there's another. I've probably seen him go for like 15 triangles in this Fury cage. I think he's won by triangles. I mean, good choke. It's going to be your best bet. I mean, just understand MMA statistics. Play I do. That's what I have my team do. See, that was top botched, but I mean, Flores kind of gifted that mistake. Interesting choice to clinch back up.
Yeah, I was going to say Flores left. He didn't want to end that exchange and then clinch back up.
And then went for a trip to the position. Crafty knee, single leg. Yeah, accidental low blow from a knee. Some of the best striking actually starting here early in round 3.
Yeah, I think Nathan Harris came out on a mission here to start round 3. He came out throwing hard.
Yeah, and it's funny, you know, both guys are having success on the feet. I'd like this fight to stay at range a little longer. That's kind of like the selfish part of me. I know there's going to be more damage potential there, but yeah, both guys are very explosive and have a really good striking skill set, albeit very different. Nate is kind of like a burn-all-ship striker, whereas Flores is a tactician, style with his striking.
Yeah, Nathan doing a good job of making sure that he doesn't play to Corey Flores' style. A lot of, closing the distance.
There's that crossface again. It's a little harder to hit from the single leg angle because using your that outside arm. Nice post and whizzer, but Flores got to make sure not to allow Nate to take, that double leg grip to a body lock grip. And he's got it, but he's got the whizzer. Notice the left arm of Flores there. It's going to allow him to square back up into Nate. Kind of cancel out that back exposure. Nate hits a nice little body lock. Almost whizzer kick, minus the kick. Quick base build there from Flores.
Yeah, we're starting to see some fatigue on Nathan Harris here.
Flores got a little reaction out of that punch. Really working the body is Flores.
Yeah, Flores looking for that liver. You see him.
He's really hunting. Man, I'm not too sure where the judges are in this fight. Obviously winning this third round is critical for both men, but I think if Flores had kind of maybe exited out and made Nate strike at range, he could have a little more success.
Yeah, if Flores, I feel like if he would have left this standing and just picked his shots, this fight might be over by now.
I mean, he did get to the back. He could be making us eat our words here in a moment, but, if you tell a guy you got 20 seconds to survive, it's usually pretty doable.
Yeah.
Not impossible, though. Yeah, you see Nate's arms just, double shielding his neck. 10 seconds remain here. Flores finishing super strong in round 3. He landed the right hand that hurt him a bit. Round 3 is Flores's for sure. And then I think round 2 was Nate. Round 1 was Nate's. I think it all depends on how they scored. I think Nate took 1. Flores took 3.
Yeah.
This really comes down to how they scored 2. I really do. And they have been favoring the damage potential more than the wrestling. This is a tough one to call. It really is both guys, albeit the fight being a bit chaotic. He had some really good moments.
Yeah, really tough fight. It was a tough fight to call because it kept going back and forth so much into positions that, really nothing happened. You'd have great moments from both guys, and then it would, they would kind of do the opposite of what you thought they were going to do. So really tough fight to call. You can see Nathan Harris, definitely the more fatigued of the two fighters. You can see there at the end, halfway through round 3, he was struggling.
Yeah, he also always just fights his butt off after every one of his fights. He got no more. He just fights hard. The man fights hard. Sometimes I think to maybe a technical fault, just because he can't really play his game, without that volatility. But that's why we have these amateur fights for the experience. We got Wayne in the cage. Let's see who gets their hand raised after this decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by DeNunaLawFirm.com. With scores of 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28, your winner by unanimous decision, Corey Flores!
Yeah, another one where they just kind of valued the striking damage and volume over the grappling. That was I could see the 2 rounds for sure, Flores. And then I could even see all 3. That was a great fight, a good decision. congrats to Flores. That brings his record to 3-2. We got the big boys coming up next. Not quite the heavyweights, not quite the light heavyweights, but above the middleweights at a cage weight at 105.
Yeah.
Let's meet these fighters.